Hello, and welcome to my 24-hour reading challenge of the Hunger Games trilogy. So my goal is to finish all 3 books today. I also have 2 hours and 42 minutes left of A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes that I've been listening to on and off this week. And yes, surprising as it is, this is my first time reading the Hunger Games trilogy. I really can't remember if I read the Hunger Games when it was like Dystopia Central back in like 2014, 2015. I know I read like the Divergent and the Selection and stuff, but I think the Hunger Games just didn't really appeal to me. But I have watched all of the movies, so I know like generally what's going on. So I decided to start this at 4 a.m. after a full night of rest. So I went to bed at 9 p.m. last night and I woke up at 4 a.m. today to start reading. I'm gonna roll the clips until now and I'm gonna head out for my picnic.
It's 4 a.m. Let's do this. Okay, it's 5 a.m. The sun is kind of starting to rise, so I'm gonna brush my teeth and go sit upstairs or something. That 20-second time lapse was like 2 hours. I switched to the physical book when the sun started to come up and get brighter. I am 124 pages in and I started at 4 a.m. It's now 6:40. It's not looking too hot. I think I am reading faster with the physical book than on my phone though, which is surprising. I thought I read faster on my phone. I will continue to read until I get hungry, I guess. Also, this sun is kind of blinding and I realized that I haven't put sunscreen on yet, so oops. Obviously, everyone's read this book, but it's my first time, okay? And in the middle of Peeta's interview is when they cut into part 2, the games, or when Suzanne Collins decides. Basically, she's saying the games begin because Peeta is now playing into the games. And also, he has a crush on Katniss. What? Do you have a booger? That part was very exciting for me. Let the games begin. It's almost 8 a.m. and I've read 180 pages, which means I'm only reading at 45 pages an hour, which is not fast enough. Like, I still have this much of the book left. It's 8 a.m. I've moved to my bed because it was getting kind of hot. I'm on page 196. There's 374 pages of this book, so I'm hoping I can finish within the next 4 hours. Hopefully. And then I'll be done with book 1 and be able to move on to Catching Fire. I'm reading a lot slower than I thought I would be. I feel like I'm not even going to be able to make it to book 3. I need to do this. So I got to the part where Rue died and District 11 just sent her bread. Anyways, I need to pee. So while I'm in the bathroom, I think I'm just going to wash my face and get ready for the day as well. It is exactly 9:59 a.m. I'm on page 292, which means I have about 80 pages left. So I can finish within the next hour and a half. And I have coffee. So I will drink this and read while standing up, I guess. I'm on chapter 23. I have a lot of thoughts, but Haymitch holding back food is so cruel, but also funny. And I guess it's working because he has to, like, she really does have to play up the romance in order to get sponsors. But the story of Peeta, like, remembering everything about Katniss is so cute. And, like, Peeta said earlier, like, oh, Haymitch said it's gonna take a while to get through your thick skull. Like, what I'm actually saying is true. And it is. Like, Katniss just does not get it. And the way, like, Suzanne Collins, like, writes their dialogue, like, Peeta's, like, really good with his words, and then Katniss is not. Oh, it's so good. Beautiful. In love. Also, Peeta's dad and Katniss's mom, I totally forgot to mention. Like, obviously, if they got together, then we wouldn't have Peeta and Katniss, but also that story was broadcast, so, like, obviously Peeta's mom heard it, so I hope she's not too mad, and that Katniss's mom is, like, okay. But yeah, I am a sucker for unrequited love. That is my bread and butter, okay? I guess Peeta carried on the tradition of just loving her, but Peeta gets the girl. And Katniss's dad visits her, like, before they were, like, sent off to the Capitol. And he just sat there and did nothing except give her cookies. Damn. I'm on on page 342. They just killed Kato. I have just a little bit left. There's like a questionnaire in the back, so it looks longer than it is. I need to get ready to go out. It's really hot today, but I'm hoping I can do like a picnic outside. I always forget to wear perfume before I go out. This is my favorite scent, Fruity Honey from Dossier, and then Citrus Green Apple. This one doesn't stay as long, but I love citrus scents. This one just smells like very, very sweet, like a sweet floral. I've never like sprayed them together, so let's see how that goes. I also only have 3.5 hours left of my Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes audiobook, so I'll be listening to this while I do my makeup. I'm trying to pack a lunch so I can go eat it in the park, but I want to make tuna / salmon rice, but I don't have sriracha. But it's also the only food I have, so it's gotta work. I'm also gonna make my guava matcha to take as to-go drink. Never mind. I'm also gonna wash these blueberries and bring a banana just in case I'm still hungry. I've been like kind of jotting down notes. I feel like everything that I have to say has already been said. There are many other videos and deeper dives into the Hunger Games. Also, this is like a brand new copy of Mockingjay. There are 0 dents or anything in this library book. It like smells fresh. The spine isn't cracked. I think I'm actually the first person to read from this copy. I think. Almost ready to go out. I'm wearing this crochet bolero. It's supposed to be 83 degrees today, so it might get kind of hot, but hopefully there's a ton of shade. I'm wearing like really comfortable stretchy pants. I also haven't listened to music at all, so it's been a very, very silent morning. I'm gonna finish the Hunger Games and then leave for my picnic. I have maybe like 30 pages left, so let's just speed run this. Suzanne Collins' mind is crazy because you're introduced to President Snow in the last like 10 pages of this book. He's smiling, face just inches from mine, and his eyes are as unforgiving as a snake's. And then like 10 years later, she releases A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and snakes play a huge role in that book. Wow. I just finished Hunger Games. Wow. I did not know that's where it ends. I forgot how the movie ends, to be honest, but the last 2 pages is just like literally breaking Peeta's heart. I did what it took to stay alive to keep us both alive in the arena. I can't explain how things are with Gale because I don't know myself. That it's no good loving me because I'm never gonna get married anyway, and he'd just end up hating me later instead of sooner. That I do have feelings for him. It doesn't matter because I'll never be able to afford the kind of love that leads to a family, to children. How can he after what we've just been through? I also want to tell him how much I already miss him, but that wouldn't be fair on my part. Damn, that's good. Okay, let's go on this picnic, I guess. Oh god. Okay, this is my outfit. I'm hoping that I stay comfortable and not too hot because it's already 80 degrees outside, and I'm only bringing Catching Fire with me because it's longer than Hunger Games, so it's like 400 pages. I'm hoping I get through maybe like half prayers. It is so ridiculously hot. Maybe I will not last that long outside. And I will be listening to my audiobook on the drive. I'm listening to A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I have 2 hours left. It's actually really nice in the shade. There's like a slight breeze. I'm literally only on page 58, but I'm starting to kind of need to pee. And also this guy with his 2 kids, they're like really tiny, maybe like 4, and this dog kept coming near me, and the dog like wouldn't leave me basically, and would just like lay next to me, which was really stinking cute, and the kids are really stinking cute. Anyways, I'm at the part where they're currently at District 11, and Peeta just offered Rue and Thresh's family a month of his winnings forever, and Katniss kisses him and she's like, you know, maybe I can't do any better than him, which I think is so cute. And then also she's wearing, or Cinna puts the Mockingjay pin on her like constantly, which I think is funny. I'm like listening to how much President Snow, or just Snow, hates Mockingjays. They're like hunting them actively in A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Everything is just coming together.
my god, it's so freaking hot in the car. I'm finally leaving the park. I'm to the library now. I'm just at the part where, sorry if my car's loud, Gail's suggesting that they run away. It's 3 p.m. I'm at 100 pages. Ow, my steering wheel's hot. Okay, I'm back in my car and I peed in the library. I have 43 minutes left of the audiobook. They are finally running away together and they're at the log cabin. And I'm at the log cabin part where Katniss is asking Gale to run away with her in Catching Fire. So I'm kind of at the same place, I guess, in both books, which is funny how things turn out. Anyways, this is the book I picked up at the library that I had on hold. Everyone Who Is Gone Is Here. The United States, Central America, and the Making of a Crisis by Jonathan Blitzer. It's way thicker than I thought it would be. And the font is small, so probably gonna take me a while to get through. And I am a slow physical book reader. I guess that's another part of this challenge, is that I wanted to read most of it on physical books. That's why I borrowed it from the library. But when I woke up this morning, there was no way I was turning the light on, so I just immediately opened my phone and started reading the ebook. But yeah, it's hot as balls, so I'm gonna go home and read more. I just finished A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and oh my god, he has killed more people than I remember. I definitely don't remember the movie as well as I thought I did. I completely forgot about the part where he has to like go into the games. Like, I remember he rat out his friend, but I forgot that he has to become a peacekeeper after the games in order to do that. Anyways, incredible story. Very, very excited to continue with Catching Fire. I'm still at page 100, but I'm gonna have a little icy treat before I continue reading. This is probably gonna be gross for some people, but this is frozen durian. I love this stuff. I think it's like a great summer fruity treat. The smell isn't as bad when it's frozen, in my opinion, and also I don't really particularly mind the smell. Like, I don't think it smells bad. It just really, really lingers and is really potent. So if you have it in your fridge, like, you will smell it when you open the fridge. That's like the only complaint though. Otherwise, I think it tastes great. Anyways, I will continue reading. It is now 4 p.m. I'm very behind. Gale just refused to leave with Katniss after finding out about District 8's rebellion. Obviously, he's going to join, like, the rebellion. That's, like, the whole plan for Gale. I think, like, him saying in the first book how killing in the arena is, like, nothing different than killing animals to Katniss to, like, convince her to, or help her feel better about killing, I guess. I don't know. Like, obviously, like, he's the one that ends up doing, like, the bombings and ends up killing Prim. The lives of a few are worth killing if it means, like, the greater good, I guess. The setup for Gale is good. It's crazy. Wow. Okay. I need to start reading. I know Mockingjays are like super important to the story, obviously, but it being the entire reason that they confirm or know that District 13 exists, because there's a tiny little Mockingjay wing flapping in the corner every time they show it, and that proves to Katniss that it exists, and now she's wondering what's there. That's crazy. And I can't believe the Capitol hasn't caught on yet. Interesting. I'm on page 164. It's 5:16. I'm less than halfway through, and the quell has not even started. Okay. Now it's gonna take all he's got to keep Peeta alive in an arena full of his old friends, and he'll probably fail. What the fuck? It's 6:30. I'm having a chive Korean pancake with this like Kewpie mayo lemon condensed milk sauce. I put too much lemon juice in it, so it's like really liquidy, but it tastes good, so it's gonna work. Anyways, I'm kind of locked the fuck in right now. I'm on page 214, so I have this much left. Yeah, but I have been reading this since like 5 hours and 200 pages is not good. God. Okay. My neighbors have been celebrating something all week, and I don't want to take away their fun because it looks like a massive party. They have like this whole tent set up, but goddamn, turn the fucking music down. And it goes from like 6 p.m. to like 1 a.m. like music on and off. And last night was really annoying because it was like a band, like really loud, like banging. I think it's like a wedding, like a week-long wedding celebration, but it's really bothering me, and I'm reading really slow. I just got to page 238. It's already 7:30. I just got to where Katniss, it's like her second time showing off to the game makers or whatever, and she paints like Seneca Crane, who was the old gamekeeper master that died, on the dummy that she hangs with a noose around its neck. And of course Katniss wants to like pair up with the older people, I guess, the people that aren't like skilled at fighting necessarily. Very funny, very Katniss. This is so stupid. I'm in the bathroom trying to dig in my eyeball. I guess you can't see it, but it's really irritated and I can't get whatever is in there out. It feels like just like a ball of fuzz. Please, I just need to read. Sorry if you don't like eyeballs, but that's what I'm going through, okay? My eye is still irritated and I've been reading like this. But Cinna just turned her into a Mockingjay?
like burned the wedding dress away, which means he's gonna die soon. At least according to the movies. I guess I've never read this book, but I'm pretty sure he's just gonna die still. Anyways, maybe I will cry it out. The sun is kind of setting. It's like 8:30, so I'm going to use as much daylight as possible to read before I have to turn the lights on. I'm on chapter 20, page 280, and it's, again, 8:30, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish by 10, but hopefully finish by 11. It's like 9 p.m. I'm on page 308, so I feel like I'm gonna finish in like 2 hours at like a 40-50 page per hour rate I'm going at. It's gonna be an hour or two before I finish Catching Fire and then move on to Mockingjay. For the sake of my eyesight, I'm going to turn a light on in my room and continue reading. Very beautiful sunset though. And that right there, that orange, that's Peeta's favorite color. Sunset orange. How befitting. Okay, based on this music, I feel like it's like a 10-year-old's birthday party or something, but it's driving me fucking crazy. It's 10:04. I'm on page 352. I'm really close to being done. But Peeta's locket that he brings into the games is actually a photo of Katniss's mom, Prim, and Gale. And that's what sets Katniss off. Okay, I have finished Catching Fire. Wow. First of all, I feel like she's been in this bed for a really long time. How have they not reached District 13 already? I'm not excited to see what they do to Peeta or read about that. But I am excited to keep reading, I guess. It's also 10:45 when I finish this, so that took quite a while. I now have 5 hours, I guess, to just completely sit down and read Mockingjay. I'm probably gonna shower first and then start reading. This one's gonna be a little hard to read because it doesn't lay flat, so I have to like hold it the whole time basically, so I can't like lay down exactly. I don't want to destroy the spine. I'm not trying to harm this library book. Do I think I can finish? Okay, wait, how many pages is this? This book is also like 390 pages. Catching Fire took me like 9 hours, but I also like left the house and like did things, so I don't have high hopes that I'm gonna finish this by 4 a.m. to be honest, but I'm gonna get really close to the end, and I might stay up and finish reading it if I really feel like it. But I know I will finish by tomorrow at least. It's already 11:50. I'm getting a little tired, I'm not gonna lie. I've been awake for like 20 hours. I really like Katniss's questions that she's asking herself in the beginning, because every time she does something, people die. She never agreed or volunteered really to be like the leader of a rebellion, but she's been thrust into this position and people have speared and put her as this. It's like 12:30. I'm only 44 pages in and I'm getting ridiculously tired. This is not looking well. I still have like 3.5 hours to go until it's 4 a.m. again. It's getting like I'm reading slower too because my eyes are like blinking slower. I just got to the part where she realizes that Cinna designed her like uniform before he died because he knew that he probably wasn't gonna make it. Yeah, that's all. I'm just tired. It's much later the next day and I totally failed last night. So I started at 4 a.m. the previous day and I fell asleep around like 2:30 this morning. I legitimately could not keep my eyes open anymore, and I thought if I downloaded it on my phone and started reading it would be easier because I usually read at night on my phone. Yeah, maybe I should have gotten out of bed, but it was also really cold and I was like, I'm not doing that. But I was still able to read for 22 hours straight. Basically, almost straight. So that was fun. I finished Hunger Games Catching Fire in like 2 hours of A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So technically, I finished 3 books, even though I only read like a couple of chapters of the last one. Maybe like 110 pages in Mockingjay before I knocked out. I'm definitely gonna finish it. I actually wanted to finish it today because I was gonna go to the pool. That did not end up happening. Now I'm just really sweaty. I was only supposed to be out a couple hours today, ended up being out way longer than I wanted to, so now it's like 5 p.m. and I'm gonna eat, shower, wash my hair, read, and then maybe I'll do like a little clip when I finish this and end my Hunger Games reading journey. Although I still have one more book, The Sunrise of the Reaping, and I'm so excited to read that. It's currently on hold at the library, so I will get to it. I just need to acquire the book first. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was actually really fun. Probably gonna do it again next weekend actually. I have tons and tons of books on my TBR and I feel like this was a fun challenge.
either way. One of my goals was to read all of my physical books or more physical books anyways, and this is a great way to do it if I just only get physical books and read it for an entire day. Next time I will do 24 hours. I don't think waking up at 4 a.m. was the problem. It was just like at night I really only read like in my room, but if I'm in my room and my lights are off and everything, then it's like telling my brain, hey, it's nighttime, you need to go to sleep. So I need to fix that problem. But anyways, it's really hot and sweaty. I'm gonna go. I will definitely be doing this again, so see y'all next time. I finally finished Mockingjay. It was good. Basically exactly like the movie from what I remember. I will say the ending was a bit rushed just because like I don't remember exactly what happened. There were so few pages left and Snow still hadn't died, and I was like, wait, I guess I don't really know what happens. And also Gale ended up in District 2, and I hate that they still call them districts. I feel like they would get rid of the district names and just name them something else. I can finally say that I've read the Hunger Games trilogy, and I probably definitely want to rewatch the movies soon. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. I'm actually so excited to read Sunrise on the Reaping. That's gonna be my next read, hopefully, if I get that book soon.